Serious death game mode. Cheers.
I just want to hear those drums. Cheers.
I need to top off, considering my 4 fingers is now 1. 1. I
Yeah.
should. Oh, see, he's got the cool one.
I know.
Acid,
Right.
acid etched or
Acid etched.
Is that available
So-
on the site as well?
no?
Not yet.
You have to be friendly with a certain Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are handmade by an artisan.
Mm-hmm.
The
I'll pay.
the 2 red caps
In the back.
that are still here are not quite up in the order yet.
Oh.
Robin, you're still over in the stable, yes?
Jawohl. I saw
Okay.
the curtain move. It was my third action, I guess, to really search out and figure out that's where the most likely place was.
Right. Okay. So you are in a great position to observe some interesting things. You see red caps, and they're only 3 feet tall, and they haul ass when they run. They look like they're about twice as fast as a man.
Hmm.
And you see,
Little metal boots.
yep, they're all wearing their pointy metal boots, and you
Those
see
hats.
8 of them come spilling out of the ruins, sprinting across the courtyard as they head toward the action. So,
Heading towards the lightly burning phosphorus grenade.
it looks like it's going to use up all 3 of their move actions to basically form a semicircle swarm ring around the Viking.
Damn it.
And the 2 that are facing him lunge forward with their sickles and attack him. The first one, ooh, it's a 19, gets a 34, hits him but does not crit him. Does 6.
So to be clear, John, there are 10 red caps in the courtyard now.
That is correct.
Okay.
Swarming about the gateway and the Viking. One of them hits him for 6 points of damage. It takes a second swing.
You need
And
to take 2 movement actions to get up to the Viking? Damn.
no, these are the 2 that were still part of that quad. But it still had to close with him, so it only had 2 actions. It hit once and missed once. The other one misses, and -4 is 12. 7. Hits him just barely for 3 points of damage.
Wow. Barely is right.
Wow. That's as good as Bani's
Shh.
phosphorus
Shh.
grenade.
Yeah.
Shut it!
Shot it.
And
Shut
the
it!
last thing that you notice is the white phosphorus wounds on the 2 standing there heal up.
Oh. And they have healing properties.
It's probably because of the red caps.
Well, they have to.
Target
Yeah,
red
they.
caps.
Yeah,
Top
I
of the
think we
order.
did know that.
Hey, it could be worse. The Tane could still be at the top of the order. But instead,
Yeah.
it's Robin.
True. Yeah. Okay, so I draw out my Yeti. Oh, just kidding. I just have single point of shots. God, that's really frustrating. I guess I'm going to shoot at. So, how many are around Big Boy Bjorn?
He has 1 on each flank, and he's facing 8.
Good
Right.
God.
Sure wish I had one of those area of effect weapons of any sort. Okay, I'm going to fire one. We'll start with that on the one on Bjorn's left. I mean, from my perspective, Bjorn's left. It's really Bjorn's right, I guess. Depends on how he's killing today. Uh, 30 to hit.
That is a hit.
Just
Almost
a
a
hit.
crit.
Sorry?
Almost a crit.
Almost. Well, that doesn't really count for much. God.
And
why
you
is it-
are firing at a range of about 60 feet.
For me, it's a first range increment because I have the long shot feet.
Okay.
But anyway, it's all about the damage. That does 10 points of cold iron damage.
That's one of the ones that was attacking him.
It was the one on, relatively speaking, his right, I guess, flank.
Okay.
Trying to let him be able to have an escape venue. Haha. Done
So
with
you
that
hit
one?
the red cap in the back and it squeals.
Still upright, therefore I shoot again. I'm not wasting I feel like I shouldn't waste a hunt prey on individual red caps, and there are 8 of them. I'm going to spend a hunt. I only got one more shot in me. I'm going to spend a hunt prey.
Bjorn hits one with the Yeti or a crit from Excalibur, it misleads you into thinking that they're weak.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when that
That
one
makes
doesn't
any
go
sense.
right, when that one doesn't go down from the shot, she'll hunt prey on him for second action and fire again, -5. Roll
Okay.
a 15. It is last light. So -5, 28 to hit.
That is a hit.
But at least we have hunt prey on them now.
Yeah. Get a little bit juicier of a roll.
You know, but I didn't use deadly aim, so it's not a striking rune kind of action. 13 damage, more cold iron.
Same target?
Oh, yeah, I'm still on him.
Okay. And it shrieks.
And he's still up.
Robin is done. Still standing.
Okay, I'm
Bani.
done.
Bani is going to... How beat up is the one that is in front, or the one that he was shooting?
Looks like it's still got some fight in it.
Okay. I am going to move up, actually flanking the 2 that are flanking Bjorn. Now, is the white phosphorus, is that going? Is that still active? I mean, there's smoke in the air and so forth, or
There's
what is...
smoke in the square behind them. So it was a joke, but they're backlit by smoke.
Okay.
But it only fills that 120 by 20 area immediately behind them.
Okay. So they, the ones that moved in around Bjorn, he went through the smoke. Is that what happened?
No, it's all going on behind. So the red caps are crowded into a 20-foot hex with Bjorn.
Okay.
The smoke is in the next hex. Robin is off to the oblique because if she wasn't, she'd have to try to fire through the smoke.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you want to flank, you can duck to the right around the archway or to the left around the archway.
Okay. Because I thought I placed it right in the archway, so they would have to come through the crack in the wall.
No, they were at the archway, and you said you put it behind them.
Okay. Oh yeah. I would have put it so it covered the archway and they couldn't move it through. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move up behind the one that is flanking, or I would like to move in between the 2 that are flanking Bjorn right now.
So you got coming from each side. Those are the ones that are flanking him.
Okay.
8 more. He's in the middle.
And he's in the middle. Are they within 5 feet or 10? I mean, they're like within striking distance of him.
They're both right up on him. They're in melee combat with him. So you could either cut right to get behind him or left to get behind this one. You'll still have the other ones there.
Okay.
Bjorn is the funnel.
I want to get into a place. I want to get into a place where if any one of them attacks, I can shoot them.
if any one of them attacks.
Bjorn, because I get an attack of opportunity if they make an action against somebody else. So I am going to make the move to get there, and I'm going to mark the one that Robin has been hitting.
So you get up close to Bjorn and target the one on the right.
And then I use Hunted Shot on the one on the right.
You have to hunt prey first on him.
I did hunt prey, so I moved. Would 35 feet make it?
What?
To get in.
You didn't get blown backward. You were only 20 feet away from the archway.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I have moved up behind those two. I'm within melee striking distance of each. I hunt prey on the right one, on the one that.
Are you firing?
I am. I just wanted to clarify all that before I get in there. Okay, and 2 shots towards that first one. First one is 29. And the second one is 16, 30, minus 5, plus 2, 27. Did he say that 27 was okay?
I don't know yet. Probably.
29 and 27.
I admit that online role playing was very helpful because I get a calculator. I can just like put the numbers in and like add and subtract. Suddenly Kentucky can be fast enough.
I'm sure the first one hits. Yeah, I get my precision. I get my D8 normal, and I get
and
plus
you have your
2.
striking rune.
Oh, strike. Okay. Normal, hunter's
hunted
precision,
prey, hunter's edge, yeah, and then you have your striking rune.
Striking rune and plus 2 because of proficiency.
Plus 4, isn't it, for your proficiency?
I'm not that special.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not a master or a legend. I am a.
No.
I'm trained. I'm expert. I thought it was 2 for expert.
You're expert. 2 for trained, 4 for expert.
Really?
Yeah, that's the rules. Remember, we were trying to make the.
I thought it was plus 1 per.
I'll find it again. I had to look this up for my leveling up.
Oh.
Oh, which gun do you have? Oh, under my gun.
Under my gundia.
Under my gun.
The first hit is a 15. That is if it's not with the proficiency.
Oh, I see. I know. I'm doing something wrong. Sorry. So if you're trained, expert, master, so trained is plus 1.
Yeah.
Expert is plus 2. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it is.
But then you're a ranger, sir, and at ranger, the weapons proficiency at level 7 added on.
Is it master?
Yes.
It's not. No. No, it's not a master. It's expert.
I'll take care of you. It should be a plus 4 in total for your weapons proficiency as a ranger because of the ranger weapons proficiency.
Okay.
Which is automagic. I'll make sure that's automagic.
So if Ken is right, that's a 17 for the first hit. The first hit was a 29. The second hit was a 27, or second attack was a 27. I don't know what their AC scores are.
Your first attack was what?
Was 29.
That is a hit.
And the second attack was a 27.
You shoot the same red cap twice.
Yes. So, Eric.
Okay. Yes.
So, Eric, per page 169 of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition rules, when we hit 7th level, weapon specialization as a ranger equals the following. You deal 2 additional damage with weapons and unarmed attacks in which you are an expert. And of course, this being a simple weapon,
I'm an expert.
You're an expert.
Okay, so
it's a plus 4, not a plus 2. Yep.
Okay, so the first hit is 17. The second is 9 plus 2. It's 13. 13 total.
So
9 plus
13 from both.
30 total. 30 total. Yeah.
Did you do a hunted shot then, where the 2 shots combine damage?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Cold iron.
Cold iron.
What else? That's good.
It
I got
squeals.
I got a lot to make up for right now. A lot.
It's very squealy. It doesn't like you.
It's
Doesn't.
very squealy. This is the same one that Robin popped out twice. Can we just open the box? I mean, there's like 12 of these bastards. Just open the box.
Because Jabberwock got rid of all of them in one shot.
Yeah, he just scared them all off. You know, that's all we have to do.
Bjorn. Bjorn ignores the one that you've been shooting and goes full on at the one on his left in his barbarian rage. Gets a natch.
There you go.
He's gonna
There
take
you
both
go.
out then.
The red cap blows its save and its head comes off.
More Conan music plays.
Yes. The other ones are crowding forward. He's got a weapon that's about 7 feet long, so he's got the reach without losing an action to swing at the next one.
Only -4 because it's agile.
Right. -4, that's a 6. 16 is 22.
What is your brutality trait? What is that brutality trait? Because
I forgot about that. If it's a crit, which it was,
Yeah.
he gets to carry that damage to the next one. So the next one in line's got to make that same save. And it gets a 1. With one swing, he decapitates 2 red caps.
Oh, he's actually gonna be worse to deal with than with the Jabberwock.
he's gonna have to give this up at the end, though. He's
You
gonna.
see me? I was magnificent.
It's magnificent. That's the next T-shirt.
That's 2 hits. Yes, it is.
I was
Cross
magnificent.
axes. I was magnificent.
We're like shooting and wasting all these, actions. Blam, blam. I'm hunting. Blam, blam. Owie, owie.
Oh, it's gonna be a Yeti and an Excalibur. That's it.
Oh, there you go.
Or maybe
That was
a
actually still
battle
just
axe.
one action. So he's got 2 more swings.
yeah. Yep.
18
Only -4.
plus. That's
I need an upgrade on this axe.
That's a 30, not quite a crit.
Yeah, he's gonna be so pissed at his axe. Why can't you do this?
10, 22, 26. Does 29.
I just have to be reminded that it's a mythic weapon. This is a mythic weapon.
Like the Jabberwock.
And he swings his last time at the same red cap. That's at a -10, is that correct? Well,
-8.
Mhm.
-8.
-8 because it's
minus
agile.
8
Yeah.
4 plus 16 is 20. It's still a hit. And the red cap. If he's entitled to a D12, I probably shouldn't roll D10s. Just saying.
Yeah. That's a thing.
Unless you roll better on the D10s than a D12.
22, 26, does 29. The red cap is staggering. There are now 6 plus 2 critically wounded from
That's
the
still
original
8.
10.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There were 10 total. 2 behind, 8 in front. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we still have 8. 2 are critically wounded. Yeah.
That's Bjorn. Blanca. Coming around the left side of the archway, opposite where Bani went, a man in exquisite red formal wear with green skin and golden hair comes blurring around and comes charging directly at you with his own sickle. And he uses one action to reach you and then attacks.
Punk ass.
Going for the girl.
Right?
Going for the girl.
I'm going to take out the wizard while you're all fighting all my minions.
25.
Hit.
You've got nothing to deflect that? No
Nope.
tricks up your sleeve?
All my tricks have been overcome by his attack roll.
That's your mage armor and everything?
Yeah,
Okay.
She's a mage.
I
She's
know,
a wizard.
I know.
She.
I am Swiss cheese.
I just didn't want to see her get eaten by the Jabberwocky.
He does 7 points of damage to you.
Hmm.
And for his second attack, he kicks you with his pointy iron boot.
Pointy iron boot. What a bad man.
Oh.
Everyone in the audience, boo!
Boo! Yeah. Who's this guy?
23.
Ow!
That's just what he needs.
Oh.
Bang. He kicks you with the boot.
Right in the hoo-hoo.
The who? Huh?
Does
The
3
he who?
points of damage,
Never
and you
mind.
start
Just your
to
hip.
bleed.
Oh,
How?
really pointy.
He, as a result of my blood vendetta,
Yeah.
takes bleed himself.
Does he take the same bleed that he inflicts on you?
No, that would be a gift. I give him more.
Oh, you give him more?
Oh, yes. I need some more six-siders.
Now, when I read the rules, persistent bleed, that's the same as bleed, right? That's every round?
Every round.
Okay.
Now, you can make the call on this as to how you want to adjudicate it, but Blood Vendetta does bleed every round.
Yep.
This round, let me see.
Does it accelerate? I can't remember.
No, but you can either decide that it's I roll every round or I roll this amount and it repeats.
So it's a set number or it's a set dice that you roll?
I
Set
roll
dice.
46 because I memorized this at a 3rd level spell.
So I'm gonna make it lady's choice because you never know what you're gonna roll.
I'm gonna roll every round.
There you go.
You get 46 bleed damage every round?
He takes 11 bleed this round.
That's a vendetta.
Don't chop me up.
Don't kick you. Pokemon.
Oh wait, does that work per strike? Let me double check.
Does it stack? I don't think it's. I can't imagine it stacking, but
It's already
A
46.
creature deals piercing, slashing, or persistent damage to you. So that was 2.
The sickle is slashing, the boots are piercing.
Right.
Okay. Is that
Each
really?
one?
The trigger is a creature deals piercing, slashing, or persistent damage to you. So does he get for each strike?
What does it say? That's the trigger. So
The
each
trigger
time.
is a creature deals piercing, slashing, or persistent damage.
Effect?
does it trigger once, or is it a persistent enchantment?
Oh, so
Let me answer this question. His boots do persistent bleed when he kicks. So if he kicked you twice and hit both times, would we roll persistent bleed on each kick? And if you're shot with a bullet, you only bleed once, right? Even
yeah,
if
bullets
you're shot with
don't
multiple.
stack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bullets
stack.
don't stack, and I don't know if bleed stacks, but bleed stacking would be brutal. I'm gonna look at condition bleed.
Yeah, persistent bleed damage. Let me look at persistent bleed.
Oh,
Kids,
they
go
don't.
try this at home.
I don't see it in the conditions. It's not considered a condition.
No, so persistent damage runs its course and automatically ends after a certain amount of time as the condition. So the GM determines when it occurs. You take steps to recover persistent damage.
452. That's what we're looking at. What you're looking at, I'm sure.
The additional rolls. Persistent damage comes from effects like acid, being on fire, or many other actions. It appears X persistent type damage, where X is the amount of damage dealt, is the damage type. Instead of taking persistent damage immediately, you take it at the end of your turns as long as you have the condition. Roll any damage dice anew each time.
Oh, I guess that calls.
After you take persistent damage, roll a DC 15 flat check to recover percent damage. If you succeed, the condition ends.
So if he rolls a 15 on his turn, the bleed may go away.
Flat check. It feels like this is just applied at the end of his turn, not the number of times he strikes.
Yeah, I think it is. As long as he gets affected by a bleed.
This concludes the what condition my condition is in.
What condition? My condition.
Right. So we will just apply it once per turn, regardless of the number of strikes.
And you've got 11 on him right now?
Yep. When it gets to my turn, we'll have another discussion.
We'll have a new discussion. Am I the only one who remembers that old 70s song, What Condition My Condition was in?
I think so.
Yeah.
I remember conjunction, junction, what's your function?
That's even older, yeah.
But I actually heard that on TV a lot, actually.
Yeah.
You need a wagon wheel.
Name the next one.
When you're
I'm
get up and go.
Bill.
Got up and went. Yeah, I'm just a Bill. Yeah. Classics.
I bought that DVD. I still haven't shown it to my kids. Now they're teenagers, so it'll never work.
Just don't buy the Mr. Bill CD.
Oh, Mr. Bill. Yeah, that probably wouldn't go that well.
It goes dark fast. The stuff they showed on Saturday Night Live was funny. The stuff they didn't show requires therapy.
Nice.
No,
Mr. Hand is the Third Reich.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, I'm from Kentucky. I guess that's showing. What condition my condition was in.
I do actually.
We were just in Kentucky this weekend.
Oh, really?
Huh.
We stayed in Kentucky, and then we went to we saw Billy Joel in Cincinnati on Saturday.
Oh,
fantastic!
On Friday. It was pretty awesome.
Good. How's he doing? Sounding pretty good still?
He's old. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some really good backup singers. He still sounds good though.
Oh, good.
He's 72.
72.
My gosh.
Keep on trucking.
I didn't want to hear that, John.
Yeah, neither did I. I looked around and I'm like, oh, now I'm part of the geriatric brigade. Rock on, Billy.
Rock on. I can...
Do you have your oxygen on you?
Yeah, man.
Good God.
All right. So Maddock is done, and you gave him damage in return.
Yeah.
Great.
11 points, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, bitch.
Blanca exercises that extreme patience she has learned from being the last in the initiative order.
Yeah. Oh, look, they're coming for me. Good blend.
Robin, you hear several of the redcaps scream something in Fey, all turn to look at the entrance to the stables and begin blasting toward you across the courtyard with their sickles raised.
I guess they're scared of the giant Viking with a sword that's been taking off heads.
They will cross the distance with one action, and then two of them will attack you. Unless Yeah, if you on your action, if you fall back a little bit, they'll
Yeah.
only be able to come at you one at a time through the doorway.
That was my intent, was to make a funnel.
Next round. Right now, two of
Right.
them are attacking you.
Fair.
And that is a sickle and a boot.
I'd request partial cover against one dude.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Sure. Won't matter.
Sickle number 1
Sickle number 1.
is a 20.
Off the stone of the stables.
And the kick is worse than that. So he kicks and sparks come off of the stable wall. The second one, who's at a -2 because of your partial cover, swings the sickle in the seashore. Misses. And he kicks you with his boot and gets a 3. He misses 2.
He misses.
Come at you with a flurry of kicking and slashing and do nothing but make sparks off of the framework. And the third one behind there is kibitzing, and obviously he's being very critical of their combat skills.
Right. Why don't you know how to hit the girl?
Yes. Back at the front, Bani, you are immediately pounced on by 2 of them. 2 healthy ones.
Let's see.
Check their teeth.
30.
Yeah, that's a hit. I'm at
Hits you with
a sickle.
Thickle. Oh, that's the wrong dice.
Of course, it's Bani, so now it's a thickle across the head.
3 points from the sickle.
They are just going to be death of 1,000 cuts, aren't they?
Kicks you with his boot. 17, 30 minus 5. 25.
No. 26.
Misses you.
Close.
Second one. Swings with his thickle. 2. He misses. And he kicks at you with the boot. 16, 29 minus 5, 24.
Yeah, these guys are going to have a hard time. That
more
second
kicking,
hit.
More swinging, growling. Mass hysteria.
I did get that cut on my arm, though. That's going to leave a mark.
Together.
The 2 wounded ones, the ones that are crippled, get past the Viking and are hobbling bloody out toward where Maddock is fighting with Blanca. They
now,
flank her, but do not engage.
As soon as one of them moves his post, especially the bloodied one,
yep,
just shoot him. I have a snap reaction shot, so as soon as he tries to move away from me, I pop him one.
Fire away.
That is a 15. That's a 31.
That's a critical hit. He had 2 hit points. It's over, Johnny.
Yep. I don't have to roll all these. Gosh, I was really excited about that.
Aww, you should have the privilege of still rolling them all.
I'm okay. I think I got him. So, yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. They flank, well, one of them flanks Blanca, but does not engage while she's fighting with Maddock. That leaves 2 on Bjorn, and they attack with strikes and kicks.
Strike and kick and strike and kick.
34, he gets hit with a sickle. That does 3 points of damage. And a boot. That's a 1. He kicks himself. Second one swings with the sickle, gets a 27, and that's what he needs to hit the Viking. Does 1 point of damage.
Jeez.
And then he kicks. 14, that's a 10. 23 and misses the Viking. Back to the top of the order.
Wait, don't I get to go?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
When does 11 get to go?
I'm over here.
You're so low on the initiative, you don't get a turn.
You are
Hush
forgotten.
off. You have nothing to contribute.
I just walk away and bury my head in the sand.
Silly mortal.
Maddock. Nice of you to join me in the courtyard. Care for a dance?
He's attacking you. You're just going to talk to him?
I step a little bit off to his right to line up his little red hat friend in a linear arc.
Nice.
Right.
Give him a little sizzle from the hip. Like
Ciao.
This Emperor Palpatine scene brought to you by.
Shake a
as
bit.
soon as I can line him up with his red hat, I will hit the two of them with a lightning bolt.
You attack them both with lightning.
Shit. All right, 22, 29, 30.
Is that the attack roll?
That's the damage. Reflex, DC 20.
8, 27, somewhere in there.
I forget myself. 26.
26. Okay.
DC 26.
Yep.
I thought you had something to improve that.
The red cap fails its save.
Bye-bye.
And how much does it take?
Double? Does that double it?
No, he just takes the damage. So
Thanks to How
20.
much did he fail by? That's the thing. Is he less than 16?
No, he got a he got a 23, but it wasn't enough to.
No.
Okay.
How much?
Yeah.
I missed how much damage.
So 11, 22, 20. Was it 26? Let's see.
He sizzles, his brains leak out of his ears, and he collapses. What you've noticed is that anytime these things are destroyed and hit the ground, they kind of melt into the earth, leaving behind only their boots and their caps. And that's what this one does. Maddock.
He was wounded. Oh, Maddock is last?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, it's 28.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
damage.
lined up. Yeah, damage.
So
Maddock
if he-
rolled
if he-
a 3. Damn.
If he saves if he doesn't save, it's 28. If he saves, it's half.
This is reflex?
Yeah.
Maddock got a 27.
So he saved. So he
14, right?
14. Yeah.
Electric.
I need to take damage from Scald.
14 points.
14 points. I take 7.
Okay.
You take. Oh, yes, you do. Right?
Oh, and you take bleed at the end of this. You can roll. Let's see. Does bleed just if you roll 15 a flat check at the end of your round, you might recover from bleed? Is that the idea from what it sounded like? On the
So I have an action free.
Okay.
I don't think I have any. My medicine check is really abysmal. I will attempt to staunch the bleed.
That's right, and you can do that.
How bad are you? Visibly, how wounded are you?
I'm a half,
You're
50%.
a half.
Yep, 15 out of 32.
Just before you staunch the bleed, you see the woodchuck for the first time, covered in moss. And you see him pointing at a hole in the ground and motioning for you. It's very strange behavior for a woodchuck.
I don't trust woodchucks as a general rule, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt when I have a moment to think about it. For now, I'm going to focus on trying to stop this bleeding.
Okay.
What am I looking for? A medicine check?
I thought it was
Stop
either
yourself.
You guys are so jaded.
I wonder why.
Is it staunch? Are we?
15. Well, what was the bleed thing?
So you can't just stop it. You
I
could
thought
wait
it
an
was-
entire minute for the stopping, or you could end your effect of bleed damage with using. I'm sure we're talking about medicine here,
I know
right?
that staunch was something we added in Burgundia as well.
Blanca, is the damage you cause to him persistent, or is it only when he hurts you?
It's persistent.
Okay, and you're rolling each time, correct?
Yeah, you want me to
Oh,
roll
yeah.
again?
Yep, it's time to roll again on him.
It's his turn again.
11.
No, it's her turn.
Oh,
Okay.
Tell me. Okay. So
Not-
that means
my
that
best
Robin's first.
That was a lightning bolt. Now it is gone.
Are you staunching?
I doubt it. I rolled an
Right.
8.
pressure
Oh,
can
yeah.
be applied to stop bleeding as 3 actions,
Yeah,
and
can't do
then
it.
the DC 15 flat check. I think
So-
medicine is better.
I didn't get my medicine check. My medicine's a 9 total. 8 plus 1, 9. I'm bleeding still.
And you
I'll
will
take my-
receive your persistent bleed on Maddock's turn.
Okay.
Back to the top of the order. Robin, you are facing 3 angry red caps.
Potentially only one at a time, but so
Potentially one at a time.
God, what is the difficulty of being able to hear and recognize like, oh, that's lightning from Blanca?
Perception 27.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going to do a full withdrawal. I've got a 35-foot move. I know the exit route. Let's move back out of the stables. Probably that's one move to get out through that opening.
Yep. Now there's 2 openings. There's the one you came in the side.
Yeah.
There's the one that the sound of the crashing sea is coming through.
I'm not doing the crashing sea. I want to go sideways the way I came in, which is probably closer to the.
So one action gets you out of the stables through that hole.
What do I see?
Now you see that as you come out, almost directly down to your right, probably at about 2 o'clock. About 60 feet away is this scrum of red caps and a glowing sword and gunfire and flying heads.
Yeah.
No, not that way. I'm outside of the wall of the fortress.
No, you went
Doesn't-
outside the wall of the stable. You're going to have to travel another 40 feet to get to the hole in the wall.
Okay, so I only see Bjorn doing his fun. Okay,
Yep. And you
Flying
see
heads.
Bani in there too.
that's true.
There's not as big a crowd around them as there was.
Yeah.
All right.
They split around.
Don't see Blanca, so I'm imagining we're talking about still more towards that direction. So I'm going to head towards my exit. That's the way they were coming in. So I'm going to go
Okay.
through that doorway. Sorry,
What's
I pictured that first outer wall as being one of the walls of the stables that I entered through.
No, it's the outer wall, and then it's 40 feet to one of the stables.
All right.
What's your move?
My 35-foot move
35.
puts me how far past the first wall of the stables?
35 feet will take you within 5 feet of the fortress wall, the hole
Okay.
that you came through.
So second action then to go out of the outer wall.
Third action.
You said that my move of 30.
One to leave the stables. One
Okay,
to cross.
so it's 35 feet just to get out through the stables to that door.
From where you stood in the stables
Mhm.
to cross the stable and climb through the stable hole
Right.
is one action.
Got it.
35 feet takes you within 5 feet of the fortress wall hole.
Okay.
That's action number 2.
And I still don't see
Action 3
Blanca.
will get you through the hole and just on the other side of the wall.
Got it. That's what she does. Hopefully outside of the sight of someone then clamoring after looking for where she went, she has a trackless step. but she will see then on the outside of the fortress and can't act. She'll move as close as she can in the direction of Blanca then that she can see.
What you see is about 45 feet to the south. Blanca seems to be staggering away from Maddock, who is swinging a big sickle. And that is all that you see. It looks like there's blood on that sickle. Bani, you are in the scrum facing two apparently healthy redcaps.
Now, it's Bjorn. Okay. I shot the one that ran to Maddox's side. I am going to break away. Is he within 35 feet? Because I have the same. Actually,
Is who within 35 feet?
30 feet. Is Maddox within 30 feet?
Yep. He's only 20 feet away from you with his back turned, if that matters.
Oh, it does. Well, not necessarily, but I am going to use it to my advantage. And I'm going to move up behind him with the Derringer. And I'm going to stick it in the small of his back and say, "You never hit a girl." I cock it all the way back, both shots, and let him loose. Now,
very well.
This gun is different than other things, but so I moved, I hunted prey, and then I took the shot. This will be.
Did I give you the stats for the Derringer?
You did. They're not exactly in line with the way that the game should work, but we're gonna play with that. Because I have it right
Without
here.
me having to dig through it, you're going to have to remind me.
Derringer stats. +1 to hit. +1 to hit, 4 per barrel damage. And a bleed 1d4. But it would be basically, it would have a striking rune just a striking rune. But the bonus to bleed. So
okay.
But we'll just say it's similar, but the fact is that it's got a -2 to pull both triggers at once, and so -2 is better than having a -4 on the second shot. So
okay.
This is basically the Vindicator of little hand weapons. I am going to hero point that because it was a 5.
Do it! Gusto!
Yeah, here we go. Oh my god, not much better, but maybe just enough. That's a 24.
24.
He's also
Behind
in melee
him.
range. He's flanked, so I get a +2 against him.
Right. So 26, in effect.
What's your total?
Oh, plus 27 because of the 2 hit.
You hit.
Oh my god.
Yay! Go, Derringer. You don't hit a girl.
Don't hit a
Use
girl.
the hero point for it.
Yeah.
Now, I decided that this takes full-size Toro.
Yes, it is gonna.
Are you using cold iron? Using silver? What are you using?
I did use cold. We swapped all of my weapon stuff out with cold iron. I put that in specifically, and I'm gonna say it's got a striking rune. This is Toro ammo, so it's still a D8. I still just do this. 10, 12, +4. And then the second shot. Good God. 3 1s. I roll a 13. I have a 13 total.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Most impressive.
Most impressive. 3 1s. 3 1s.
Alrighty.
How little can damage did Bani do?
Do you have any more actions left, or are you?
That was 1 and 1, and that takes 1 shot. I will use the Toro that's in my right hand and shoot him again because I do already have. No, I moved. I hunted prey. I shot him. I'm done.
So you're done. Okay.
Yeah.
That's Bani.
Ta-da!
Bjorn has 2 fresh ones. And he attacks with the sword. 19.
Oh, he does, and the Derringer does a D4 and bleed.
Okay.
I don't know if it stacks with anything else, but I can roll a D4 just for fun. And that's a 4.
If you're already bleeding from a wound and you get shot again, does that bleed stack?
I think you take the worst bleed, but you don't stack them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think
yours is the worst bleed.
it is. 11 is definitely the worst bleed. Or 46? Crazy.
Bjorn gets another critical hit and sweeps the blade through both of his red caps. Got a 19.
I like the popping noise.
Yeah, it just goes right between the vertebrae.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Butchers know that sound intimately.
Mm-hmm. There's a
He
little
does
sucking
29
sound.
to each of them. And for his second trick, he swings again. -4. He gets an etch. And
You're on
hits
fire.
both red caps.
We'll just call him the Red Cap Destroyer.
That's right.
Red capper.
You hear him shriek, "I am magnificent!"
No matter what reality it's in, he's still there saying that.
Oh, man.
He's already making his T-shirt.
With his remaining action, since he doesn't have... Oh, he's got the 2 that Bani ran away from. He lunges toward them, but he's going to have to use his move to get to them and engage next round.
Yeah.
Maddock screams, "Meddlesome girl!" and swings at you with the sickle, Blanca. That's going to get it. 5. Where are you? 20.
That's not it.
That won't hit.
He misses you with the sickle and screams and kicks out at you with the boot.
Here goes that pointy boot.
Gets a 6. 19 - 5 is a 14.
Oh, we have him off his game.
That's going to get you. However, you take 10 points of persistent bleed. Does he still get that blood vendetta, or is that expired?
Yeah, actually, he takes that. Well,
He takes it on your turn, right?
on the end of my turn.
Coming at the end of the turn.
Does he save against it, or does he just take the full 10?
Blood vendetta.
So
Did you say you're re-rolling each turn?
Yeah. Each time
his boots cause 2d6 persistent bleed.
Oh, that's evil. It's a good thing he hasn't hit with the sickle. If the sickle's better than that. Jeez.
Yeah, the sickle doesn't do persistent bleed.
Right.
And red caps are known for their iron boots anyway. How are you feeling there, Blanca?
I have 5 hit points.
Oh, jeez.
Maddock has 1 attack left, and he pivots and tries to kick Bani in the nether regions.
-8?
If he tries to do
-10.
a move to spin around, and does that, what triggers an attack it's no longer called attack of opportunity. But if he actually turns around to he hasn't moved from his space, but he was attacking her. Do I get a shot on him if he attacks
No.
somebody else in my range?
If she had the ability, she could get an attack on him because he's turned and put his back to her.
Well, he attacked you first. I have a gun to his back.
Yeah,
Do you
which
have
you
attack
shot.
do you have attack of opportunity, Bani?
Snapshot would do it. Snapshot is basically an attack of
At
opportunity
the
for
moment
range.
that he attacked you.
Yeah, that he attacked.
Attacked Blanca.
Yeah, I think if that allows me to, I still have shots in my Toro. The Derringer spent.
I was going to say it's a one shot, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have to drop it, quick draw the Toro
I
and shoot.
had both.
Yeah.
I had both.
Okay.
So I have the Toro out. He's already marked. He attacks Blanca. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gotta just get this thing out of my way. He's twitching too much. Unless a +2, 19 plus another +2, 23 would have.
Will not do it.
No.
He pivots.
Okay, I'll take
And then
it.
he swings at you and rolls a 2 and misses.
But he had a really low chance of hitting anyway with multiple attacks.
True.
But-
Yeah, it would be like
Oh,
minus
boy, if he
10.
connected with that spiky boot tip.
Oh no! Yeah,
Ouch.
Persistent damage is no fun.
And
Just say no to persistent damage. kids.
Blanca, as he spins, you see one of Bani's bullet holes in his back heals up.
There was only one. So cold iron doesn't matter.
All right. Red caps. I'm sorry. That was cold iron, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's an electrical scar across his forehead that you see heal up, not the bullet holes.
oh,
Those are still smoking.
So Bani sees it.
Bani sees it, and so does she.
Wait, but does he then? Oh, sorry. It's during Blanca's turn that he takes that damage.
Right.
Okay.
I've got 3 red caps pursuing Robin. And
Yeah.
they have a
Follow
move
my
rate
trackless steps.
of 50. So what are they going to have to do? Perceptions to spot your tracks?
I'm trackless. I cover my tracks at full speed. I don't know. She moves like the wind too, right? So maybe give them some kind of a good perception chance to be able to figure out she's not here, she's not there. Maybe went through this hole, maybe went that hole.
Yeah, as they chase her out of the hole in the stable, it's really either you went running down toward the scrum, ran back around inside the back door like a Scooby-Doo cartoon, or ran across to the other hole.
Right.
It takes, I'll give them the end of their action to see that you didn't run toward the scrum, which I'll give them a perception just to see if they're clever enough to figure out that you went through the hole in the wall. 2 of them certainly are, and take off that direction using their second action. The third one doubles back just to make sure you didn't go into the stable. And they use their third action to come spilling out of the hole, jabbering right on your heels. But they've expended all their moves, all their actions. And there are 2 attacking the Viking.
He's very hard.
2 sickles. Both get 13s. 28. They both slash him with their sickles.
But he is magnificent. He needs to have blood on him so that
He does. He's taking what, 3 hit points?
These 2 do 15 points to him.
Ow! Wow. Working it.
And then they both try to kick him with their boots. One gets a 1, kicks the ground. The other one gets 28 minus 5 is a 23. The other one kicks and misses. And that's it for the bad guys. Oh, Blanca. Sorry. Almost forgot you again.
Oh,
I'm so forgettable.
Simply
Um,
forgettable.
We got, what, 5 hit points and an 11 initiative?
yes.
Yeah.
Who's my closest ally?
Bani.
Bani. He's right on the other side. You've got you, Maddock's back, and Bani.
How far away is Bjorn?
Bjorn is another 25 feet, and there's just a pile of iron boots and red caps lying loose on the ground, and he's fighting the 2 remaining red caps.
How far is Robin? Like 25 feet out the door?
Robin
Out the wall?
is about 60 feet away from Maddock and your 2 friends at about 2 o'clock.
Okay.
can I do a perception? I want to see if I can see the groundhog.
Sure.
Groundhog Day. It really literally was Groundhog Day.
Mm-hmm. It is a 30. No, 20. 20.
That's
It's
a
a
big
little
difference.
Yes,
Well,
it
there's
is.
a big, fat, mossy groundhog about 15 feet away, standing on his hind legs, pointing at a hole in the ground and making motions like this.
There it is again.
Very unusual behavior for a groundhog. For
Uh,
any small mammal.
waving something. Well,
Without a
I've ridden
pocket.
something before, puka, before. So, I say, the groundhog. What is that? Can we be?
Let's get to Blanca. What are you doing, Blanca?
Look at the groundhog. Look at Bani. Cast a glance over Maddock towards Bjorn.
Maddock is facing
looks
me
like
at this
he's-
point.
Taking care of business out there.
Mm-hmm.
How many red
Roll
caps?
perception, though, Blanca?
How many red caps are out there?
Now?
17, 18 perception.
Okay. You see that there are 2 red caps left facing Bjorn. And out of the corner of your eye, you see about 60 feet away, Robin has just come through a hole in the wall, and she's being pursued by 2 more red caps close behind. And then there's Maddock and Bani.
Did you say that Bjorn was 30 feet away from me or 25 feet away from me?
25.
I moved 25 feet towards Bjorn, which will put me in proximity to his red caps. I recognize that's a risk. Draw out a Chiron bar and stop the bleed.
Okay.
D4,
Yes.
2. I'm not going to bleed anymore, to my knowledge. And I have
That's
7.
good.
And I have 7 hit points. That should use my turn. Move, draw, consume.
You got it. And we're back at the top. Robin, you see these 2 critters have just followed you, drooling and snarling and jabbering through the hole in the wall. You know that they're faster than you, too. You can feel it.
Right. But her first objective was seeing Blanca, and she just went through the archway.
You can no longer see Blanca. She ran back into the courtyard.
Right, exactly. Curse under my breath. But that is, can I discern that that is Maddock in front at 60 feet away?
Oh, about 20 feet away from the archway out on the road, Bani and Maddock are squared off at close range. Do a perception looking for a 22.
I got to do math. 25.
You also notice a mossy hedgehog gesturing wildly.
Why doesn't anybody pay attention to me?
That makes no sense. That just
Makes no sense, but
that
it makes
makes
just
no-
as much sense as everything else you've experienced in this adventure.
That's true. And honestly, if Bani hadn't invited Robin to go into the leprechaun hole, not leprechaun, but the house gnome hall, in the home, then really there'd be absolutely no context for the weird ass shit.
Yeah.
So at least she's like, that's probably
Except
supernatural.
for that hole under the fairy mound world, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, but that's now we're on the prime.
As far as you know,
Right.
yes.
As far as I know, right.
Never
I also don't
know.
know I already died. Let's see.
You could just be in the afterlife, reliving the same loop again
Over and over again.
Basically, on Groundhog Day, John?
on Groundhog Day.
Yeah, good. Well, it hasn't been created yet, so let's make it now. Let's see. So, 2 of them, 1 of me. I'm going to stay committed to my target because he's who I came to kill. Hunt
But
prey,
really, you're going to take
hunted
this away
shot.
from me.
Well, I'm only going to hopefully do great damage to him so you can finish him off.
Okay.
I mean, really, Last Light has not been so good against these high armor class dudes. Deadly aim.
60 feet away.
First range increment, because she's a long shot. She's Annie Oakley. 34 to hit.
Bjorn would agree. She's a long shot.
Hasn't got to her yet.
You got a 34?
Roger that.
Oh, almost a crit, but no. Cold iron?
Cold iron.
Yes, of course. This is a 2-shot, so I'll roll that second shot in a second. For the first shot, +4 with a deadly aim, assuming he has vitals.
Hey, you need to chill out.
And the second shot will be -5 on this attempt to hit.
Go.
So we have 14 so far. Plus, depends if this hits. Does a 28 hit him?
It does.
Okay, so 14 combined with another 7 is 21 points of damage. Can't get a crit to save my life in this session, so
21, you said?
good. Repeat?
21?
21. Aye. And she will simply be there then squared off against the oncoming redcaps. Weapon emptied.
Any other actions, or are you done?
Any satisfying reaction from him on the cold iron hits?
Yeah, he looks like he just got shot. He flinches, and it looks like a most powerful hit.
Most powerful.
Bani. Maddock staggers under a gunshot. He's not looking too happy. He's kind of more olive now instead of green. Getting a little pale.
See, that's satisfying.
So I've got this whole thing. Do I call him out and tell him to beg for his life, or I'll do that. So it's my turn. I point the gun at his face and I say, "Beg for your life."
That's one action.
Yep.
What are you going to do with your other 2 actions?
Like
I'm going to shoot
intimidate.
twice. Yeah, it's an intimidate. It is an intimidate. So that will be that's a 24 if we're counting.
He is not intimidated.
Oh, too bad for him. I do a hunted shot. And
Toro.
yep, with the Toro. I only have 2 bullets left. Well, I am not going to worry about that dice. So let's do this. 12, that's a hit. I guarantee that is probably not. 12 plus 16, 28 plus 2, 30.
That one hits.
That's a hit. Do something good. Okay. 9, 20, or 12, 16. 16. Yeah, it's 16.
16 damage.
Yeah.
Cold iron.
Cold iron.
That hits him and hurts him. You've got what? One more action?
Yeah. And say last chance, and I pull the hammer back, and I just hold it.
Gotcha. Bjorn has Bani's old red caps. And they are both
There you are.
fully healthy. He roars and swings and gets a 1.
What?
Oh, it's a warning shot. Shot across the
Yes.
bow.
He
Not across the.
curses and swings a second time and gets a 20.
He's just faking him out.
Snicker snack, says the sword, and 2 more heads fall off to
Can I change characters to Bjorn?
what's that?
I said, can I change characters to Bjorn?
Good God.
I can understand that. He's magnificent.
I am magnificent.
It's a lot more fun killing everybody.
And with his third action, he turns and races back toward Bani, Maddock, and Blanca, but he won't be able to do anything.
He's right next to Blanca right now.
Who
And
is?
Blanca is hurt. Bjorn.
Oh, that's right. Blanca ran up to him. So he runs past Blanca. There's no more opponents around. And he's rushing to engage Maddock, but he's out of actions. Maddock. Maddox snarls something emphatic and lashes out at Bani with his boot. $17. Boot.
He probably got me with this one.
That's a 30.
Yep, he got me.
The boot does 11. And does the persistent bleed happen this round or next round?
It's
at the end of his actions.
Okay, so it's at the end of Maddox's actions?
Yep.
Okay. So you have been kicked. He slashes out with the sai or the sickle. I don't think that's going to go the distance. 8, 23, 5, 18.
16. Or 26 is 16. What am I saying?
And he's going to kick one more time.
See if he's got a 20 in him.
No, a 5. And then you take bleed damage, 8 points.
Good God.
And he takes bleed damage.
So I have to say, if he it's a magic ailment, but when he's healed, does it go away, or how does it work? Because he's healing constantly.
Oh, you're asking about the blood vendetta?
Yeah, I'm realizing that he might actually not be bleeding anymore if he's healing.
You curse your target, punishing it for having the audacity to spill your blood. The target takes XD6 of persistent bleed damage and must attempt a will save. So he needs a will save to stop it.
Okay.
21.
Yeah.
He's up against your your spell
26.
DC, correct?
Right. So the
Yeah.
target takes full persistent bleed damage until the bleeding stops. The target has a weakness 1 to piercing and slashing damage.
Oh. What is a weakness +1? Does that put you?
It's going to be an extra point of damage.
Yeah. So weakness.
We don't have to count it in, but yeah. So it sounds like it persists, and you roll again, Keith. Roll your.
I rolled 12 this time.
Oh, okay.
That's better than 11.
Yeah.
12 points of damage.
Yep.
And he failed his save. The only way that, to my way of thinking, the only way that the bleeding is going to stop, other than magical means, is if his natural regeneration brings him back up to where
full.
it's a non-issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, anyway. So, I mean, like us doing damage to him plus the persistent bleed, hopefully we can keep him in a negative balance.
He's suffering pretty good considering where he started. So Maddock was kicking, and now the red caps. There's one red cap racing across the field toward you, Blanca. He was the one that checked out the stables.
Mhm.
He uses one action to reach you, and with his second action, he leaps and tries to kick you in the chest with his pointy iron boots. And it's a 7. 20.
I sidestep his attack, let it float by.
He shrieks and swings his sai and gets a 3. Gets an 18 minus 5, gets a 13 and misses you. So Blanca, you now have one of Robin's red caps. Robin, you have 2 red caps, and they are right on you, and they start to put in the work.
Yep. Squaring off with them. They probably just got to do a move and start doing their swinging and their kicking.
2 sickles. A 4 and a 1. Both the sickles miss. They clang against each other musically. 2 kicks with their nasty iron boots.
Busily reloading.
23 and 22.
She sidesteps and gets away from the boots.
They scream and try to kick one more time.
She continues reloading.
17 minus 7. 20 is the best they can do. So they are scrambling and hissing and barking and fey and kicking and slashing and doing nothing.
Right. And she's backing away, inching away and getting away from their attacks and reloading.
Blanca, you are alone out near the archway facing an angry, healthy red cap.
Look around the ruins. Look for the most inaccessible point of this castle.
It looks like if you went 60 feet to the south, there's a crumbling stone staircase that goes up to the second floor of a tower.
Ignoring pedestrian methods for transit, look to the top of the battlements, something that has a viewpoint down into the courtyard. Is
So
there
it
a
looks like at the top of the stone stairs climb the equivalent of 2 stories. And then it looks like there's a story on top of that. So the battlements are 3 stories high. You could, if you can have the means, you could get up to the roof and you'd be able to see the whole area.
dimension door to the top of that battlement?
Bam, you are up there. There is a human skeleton up here.
That's not foreboding or foreboding.
Not terribly comfortable with the idea that somebody has already died in this exact same spot. With one action remaining, just surveil the area below me, make sure I have a good accounting of what potential threats there are. I can't do anything else this round.
So everyone else would just see darkness everywhere and some candlelight in the keep, but you can make out with your night vision all the creatures running about. You see the confused-looking redcap right where you left him. You see quite some distance away over on a rubble pile. You see that Robin is facing off with 2 redcaps. And out on the road, you see Bani and Bjorn about to double team Maddock.
In an act of silliness, pull the Wasa carbine down.
Just draw it.
Make sure it's ready. That's my turn.
Bjorn uses his 6th sense. No!
Don't.
Shoot. Don't shoot.
Top of the order. Robin, just before you can act, one of the redcaps runs to get another beer.
Oh, good call. I join. I only have 1 action left. What do you think I'm going to do?
Man. I really want to just nail this whole thing home.
I know.
Really want him to.
If I unleash another lightning bolt, I'm unconscious.
Yeah, no. That is a lightning bolt. The Wasa carbine up on top. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's not the only action I can take from up here, but it's prudent.
Yeah. It's a safe bet. What is the reactive attack or reactive strike? What is it called in Pathfinder?
It's still.
It's not called attack of opportunity anymore.
It is.
It is?
Uh-huh.
Because why would they kind of avoid that language? Attack of opportunity. Yeah. And it, whatever would trigger, they don't call it out in Snapshot, which is the attack of opportunity approach. 142.
So Robin's should Robin act?
Yeah. It's Robin's turn, correct?
It's Robin's turn.
Okay, so she's like dodging those attacks, and she's loading in the 6. That takes 2 actions, and she's like, "You're not very good." And she just shoots at Maddox again. Fortunately, she's manipulated her gun, so
You are a bastard. You're just
at least. Well, you didn't finish the job. I got it.
You have 2 red caps on your back, and you're going to take the glory. Okay. Yeah, I see how this works.
37 to hit.
37 is a crit.
Oh, thank you. Okay, this will be 4d8. It could result in nothing. Don't worry. Nothing to see here. Well, that's a critical hit, so... these rolls are not really that exciting. 8 there, but then it's plus 2 damage per die if hunt prey on a crit. I rolled 4 dice, so that's also a plus 8 as well. All right. It's almost like a Robin I used to know. 28 damage. Cold iron. Erasing ammo. Yeah, there's 1 shot. That's all she had left after reloading.
Okay. He staggers again under the bullet.
See? You still get to finish him. And I'm just going to face off against 2 red caps.
Bani. He's now more kind of a sage color.
And that was with a critical hit.
Bloody sage. Yes, okay. Wait, and that was everything? You have more actions, don't you, Robin?
No, it took 2 actions. Thank you. It took 2 actions just to reload. while she was dodging being attacked, so she just made him juicy for you. One shot is all she had.
Okay. Yeah, he had a lot more than I thought.
You're welcome.
I say it again. Do you want to, or no? Actually, I drop both weapons. I quick draw my Bighorn 66, and I say, "Is there anything you want me to say to Maeve before I finish you?" And wait for one action, and then pull the trigger. Doing a deadly or a hunted shot, which gives me two bullets. He doesn't react. Does he do anything?
No.
That might be okay. First one is a 28, and the second one is a 24.
Second one, what?
Second shot. I did 2 shots. Does that not hit?
Is that because of your ability?
Yeah, I can crank out 2 shots.
What was the second one? I'm sorry.
24.
Okay. First one hit, second one did not.
Oh, damn. Okay. That is... It is this. Come on, give me a 12. That is a 18. And this is also cold iron.
He is staggering. Still on his feet.
Was... Can I... I'll take one more shot. That was one round for me to ask or to get a non-answer.
So you aimed at him,
and so,
made your request, waited in action, and then fired.
Okay, we'll say that's 3 then.
Bjorn practically elbows you out of the way and lays into him with the claymore.
Yeah.
Keith, roll for Bjorn.
10.
Gets a 28. That's a hit. Those 30 points of damage. Maddock lets out a scream and explodes into a cloud of purple smoke. At the same instant, any of you who can see it see that his banner hanging off of the castle with the red field and the broken harp bursts into flames, and a cold sea wind comes up and snuffs out all the candles in the keep. The 2 red caps facing you, Robin, haul ass across the field at their full move rate.
There's only a cliff, so they're going to have to run past us.
They can run past you. And then it's across the grassy plains and into the forest. So the 2 remaining red caps move 150 feet away from you. Do you want to stay in combat rounds, or do you want to drop out and let them go wherever they go?
I'm going to run up to Bani. Are you all right?
I lower my gun and say, "What good am I? What am I here for? Just moral support, am I?"
Bjorn waves away the purple smoke. He was your ketchup bottle, Benny. You loosened him up for me. But it was magnificent.
I just saw things popping off all along the way.
He was basically staggering from my shots, but thank you for finishing him.
Where's Blanca?
She says it intentionally to Bjorn.
2?
Nobody
It'll take
nobody
2.
knows where Blanca is, but the three of you are together.
I know. Where's Blanca?
Blanca! I'll call out.
Make
You
a
see
noise
the-
from the upper battlements.
You see the demise of Maddock.
So he's a purple mist. He didn't leave anything, didn't drop anything. He's a fairy, I guess. Fairies just burst into look at the groundhog.
Well, there's a little glitter, but you know.
Oh, glitter.
Yeah, is the glitter? Yeah, you're right. Is the groundhog still there?
The groundhog is still there.
Still
It's
gesturing.
not waving or gesturing anymore. It's just
I assume you're not with him.
the groundhog.
You can understand me though, right?
Groundhog turns in a circle and stands back up.
Blanca? Hey, there's something you might want to talk to. Where are you? I can't see you.
It's a long way down from here, and it's not easily achieved.
I'll be back. I turn towards Bjorn and I say, "Don't kill that." It was trying. I think it was trying to protect Blanca.
The groundhog hasn't done anything to me, and there are no open fires for me to hurl it into conveniently.
There is a cliff, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I don't need to
Hurling.
kill a groundhog. I've already killed everything else.
Using athletics, try to pick a safe route down from this destroyed battlement tower.
While
Roll
she's
perception.
Perception 15.
Probably the safest way you can see is that wooden door set in the floor of the top of the tower with an iron ring on it.
Make my way over to the ring, brace for it, and try to lift this.
What's your strength?
12 plus 1.
It's a little wood warped, but if you make a roll with a target of 20, you might be able to force it with your tremendous strength.
I grab the ring, my shoes slip out from under me, and I sit down hard on the door. I'm going to cry just a little bit.
Just throw out your L5 vertebrae.
I can't afford much more
abuse.
I know.
Loss of face. Grab my bonded item, drain it, and recall the dimension door I used to get up here, so I can get the hell down.
Bani, are you still walking toward the tower?
I've got a jog going. I'm probably close to where the archway is.
Oh yeah. Yep, you can get through the archway, and then
I look at
about
the
40 feet to the south.
I'll
look
be
at
down
all
in a minute. I'll be down in a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Lots of iron boots, lots of red caps, lots of scythes or sickles.
I mean, Robin will take a red cap.
Well,
Weed it out.
ew.
We better get a tetanus shot.
Yeah. I'm
looks around at all the heads that have been like laid out everywhere and looks over at Bjorn.
He flexes for you.
It's the sword, I know, but I don't think you can get to keep it. That's good pose.
I look at rippling back muscles. I wait briefly because I haven't actually seen her yet. I don't know where she's at. I just see that everything is dark over here now, so it's
You're walking around in the ruins in the dark and not making a whole lot of headway.
I actually do have the flashlight, so I'll pull it out and start beaming because I think she was up there.
She could have been in one of the trees. Oh, there she is,
Wait,
on top of the tower.
Can you illuminate that spot down there so I've got a clearer field of vision?
I shoot it to the floor, to the ground. What is
Appear
she?
in the beam of light that he just put on the ground.
Oh, you can do that. What is that?
She's getting spookier.
I don't. I'm. Should I ask? Can you do that for me? Can I do that? Boop. Feels like. Wow.
Walk
Hey.
over to Bani. Give him a little side hug. Good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you. I saw you taking some hits, and I could not save you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wipe the blood off my lips and kind of shake off the damage.
Here, let's walk back. I do want to look at this place, see if our purple dusty friend, he burst into purple dust. I don't know if you saw that, but we should probably look at what he's left behind because I think he was trying to move in pretty, decently.
Isn't his plane of origin, he would be destroyed and returned there. But that purple dust.
Come with me. There's this weird thing that was flagging at you for a while. I don't know if you saw it, but it's a little.
The marmot. I don't. In combat, I can't trust strangers. That's the rule.
Well, try riding one of those.
Amen.
Hey, kids, that hedgehog.
Remember, kids, don't trust strangers in combat. It's just not smart.
I'm going to say, let's go over there. I think you might want to talk to it, but I'll look you over and see if I can help patch you up.
Yeah. Give me a few minutes. I need to rest up.
Yeah.
Well, how hurt is Bjorn looking? And then Robin will poke him on the side and say, "Let's get those berries out."
Well, Bjorn's rage is over.
His attitude somewhat improves.
Yeah. His temporary hit points went away. He's only missing 16 off of his total.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Blanca will stall for 10 minutes.
Let me work you over.
She will swap.
I introduce you to. Can you talk to that? I introduce you to the groundhog in that time that you're stalling.
Well, I'm stalling to get a conversation going, so I exchange illusory creature for comprehend languages.
Got it.
While she's doing that, Bjorn says, "Do you have a way to patch me up? I seem to have acquired a scratch."
I can do that. I can make you feel better. I can kiss the boo-boos.
I was going to kiss the boo-boo.
You can kiss the boo-boo. I'll patch it up. How about that?
And they are nothing more than boo-boos.
What? Where is it? Does it hurt? Does it hurt right here? Or
it hurts over there.
There.
Bjorn knows better than to expect healing from Blanca, so she just gives him a little kiss near the wound.
He likes that too, but he just goes straight to Bani.
16 points. Does that help?
Oh yeah, back to full strength.
See, I can heal better than I can hurt.
Perhaps that is your true calling in life, is the team medic we have been looking for.
That's the
mantra. We'll run things.
I think that's the one who talks and the one who.
The one who gets us into all the trouble. Yeah.
I didn't get you into all the trouble, just most of it.
Somehow I think you almost did. I don't know why.
Something. I feel kind of funny inside. I don't know exactly why either.
I just ran through a lot of ammunition.
Yeah. Well,
Robin just sourly reloads Last Light, wondering what happened to it. All that ammo.
Yeah. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to take some time to reload with all the cold iron that I've
spent.
Blanca, you acquire your comprehend languages spell.
I sling the carbine and saunter over towards the mammal.
It looks up at you with bright, intelligent eyes. You've never seen moss growing on a live animal like this.
Good day, sir.
It gives you a courtly bow. Again, very unusual for a small mammal.
You offered me shelter during the combat. What do I owe this courtesy?
Balance.
Is the balance set now?
It is becoming that way, yes.
In your estimation, what remains to strike a true balance?
Hmm. Do you wish to have some tea and discuss it?
Absolutely. Look around to my friends.
What?
Bjorn, I despise tea.
Bjorn, sharpen something.
It can't be my skills. They're already like razors.
And that blade.
Move over towards the groundhog. Fold my legs, sit on the ground adjacent to him, if that's appropriate.
The woodchuck gestures at the woodchuck hole in the earth.
Oh,
we
it's-
waddles
we
toward
understand what
it
you're saying.
Wiggles inside and disappears.
Oh.
Wait, don't.
Are you
Can you
talking
hear
to
me?
it? It can understand you?
She's yelling into a hole after a woodchuck.
30 seconds. If I'm not back, follow me in. This might be like your little wall hole friend.
Oh. Well, if that's the case, does he have booze?
I'll report back. Just give me a minute.
Uh,
Half a minute.
Half a minute. I got you on the timer.
Reach into the hole.
You reach into the hole and realize the hole's like human size. And you could quite easily crawl right into it.
Oh. Yep.
Bani, it's the same thing. 30 seconds.
Okay.
You're at my side. I'm not feeling 100%. If this goes
Blanca, when have you ever talked for only 30 seconds?
shut. Turn
You
and
need
go.
me to push you in by your rump? Is that what the problem is?
I
Before
asked-
Robin can shame me any further, I go into the hole.
The
I
rest of you see Blanca somehow squirm into a woodchuck-sized hole. The last
Oh,
thing
that's-
that's pop in is her buttocks, and then
and she's gone.
in.
Could I? So the healing stuff, you have all that, right, Bjorn? The stuff that you got from the queen.
I was just poking him for the berries, yes.
Yeah, the fairy goodies, yeah.
He's not hurt, so yes. Why don't we have some berries?
Let
For-
me take a
Give
berry.
you the-
I'll just
give you the
toss.
stats on all the goodies, yes? Did you write them
Somebody
down?
wrote those down
I do have them written down. What's up? 1d20 heal. What are you're going
for
to
the
throw
berries. I was gonna
Yeah, the
throw one
berries.
down the hole after Blanca. But
It?
this,
Ow!
That's the
Okay.
size of a base or a basketball.
Blanca, you crawl out of the hole and onto the forest floor. There are very tall trees all around you. The air is cool and sweet. You hear running water coming from someplace. You smell what might be food or it might be herbs. Up above, through the canopy of the forest, you can see a night sky, and you see firelight coming through the trees ahead of you, and you hear a man's deep voice. Please come and sit.
Do I see the way I came in behind me?
There's a big hole. Looks like a cave opening, but almost like a tunnel, but lined with rock instead of mud. Up top, it was mud.
Kind sir, one moment, please. I will join you by the fireside. Step back through the hole,
All fours.
whatever it takes.
Those of you up on the surface while you're fiddling around with Bjorn's goodie bag see Blanca's head pop out of the hole.
oh, are you okay? Are you?
Reach
Okay?
out. Take my hand for a moment.
I grab it and pull.
Touch a message on you and then let go.
Well, I before she lets go, I say, here, take this, and I put a berry in her hand and close it, Eat
The
that.
pink berries.
They're healing. Go. And let me know what goes on.
Thank you, Bani. That was very generous.
What? Go.
Roll a d20, Blanca.
Gets a 1.
5.
5 hit points.
Was that good enough?
Hey, it's double what she was at.
Yeah.
It does feel better.
You know, in this timeline, I didn't really take any damage. You want some, Bani?
I
Some damage?
actually, yeah, some damage. I'll take some damage. I'm gonna just work on myself for a little bit while this whole thing's going on.
You're injured. Let me work on you.
Blanca, as you crawl back out onto the forest floor, you see the pink berry that somebody threw at you sitting on the leaves.
Pop. Another D20.
D20.
Okay, I'll let you work on me,
10
Robin.
this time.
Give you something to do.
Chew on it. Get the skin out of my teeth as I make my way towards the campfire.
You pass through the trees and you see that it's a little glade. There is a natural spring flowing out of a pile of rocks into a small pool. You see some animals relaxing around the edge of the woods. See a very big barn owl on a perch. There's a small fire going in the center, a couple of flat, comfortable looking rocks around it. And sitting on one of the rocks is, you didn't see him before, did you? You didn't see him in his human form?
No.
Very old man with a lined face, long white beard with twigs and nesting things in it. Green hooded cloak, moss on his armor, moss on a greatsword leaning against a tree nearby. He looks like he dresses very plain, leather boots, and he is arms on his knees, sipping tea. He looks up at you with kind eyes and gestures at one of the rocks.
Move his direction, briefly immerse my hands in the running water, push it across my face, run it through the hair.
It's amazingly refreshing for you.
Pull up.
It's so quiet here. There's just, you don't hear the roar of the sea, you don't hear the wind, but you can hear the insects in the forest.
Is this pull up a seat next to him in whatever place seems appropriate?
There's a rock there.
Thank you for your kind invitation.
You say you seek balance.
You offered balance, and I asked how I might help you achieve that.
Then you seek it too.
I suppose I do. We are not in the court of Seelie or Unseelie at this moment, are we?
You are in a place of my creation.
Smells a lot like a thought island. Sorry. Different construct. I am Blanca Bess. Who do I have the honor of sitting by the fire with?
I have had many names. Most call me the man of the woods. You may call me Walt.
Walt, you've got a little something in your beard.
He brushes at it, and a field mouse pokes its head out for a minute and pokes its head back in.
Okay, that happened.
He says, would you like some tea?
Yes, absolutely.
He points to the rock next to you, and there is a saucer and cup with tea on it, or tea in it.
Noble service or more natural?
How do you mean?
Like
the quality of it?
High China, or
It looks very normal, very plain.
reach over, cup it in both hands, feel the warmth.
It's very warm.
My friends and I are Far from home.
Aren't we all? The tea is herbal, it's delicious, and you get a feeling of peacefulness as you drink it. He says, I have been adrift between the worlds since I can't remember. And yet, I'm always here. That probably makes no sense to you.
Are you a traveler?
Not intentionally. I traveled in my youth, but no longer. Now I find myself bound to the sword.
Does it
And
serve
yet,
you or you it?
neither. I was friends with its bearer long ago.
My companion has a sword of some magnitude. I believe its origins are ancient.
He
You know it?
smiled. It's the sword of which I speak.
This is your sword as well?
Not mine. Art's. You probably know him as Arthur, but he was always art to me.
Damn, you're meeting Merlin?
School books don't do justice to this moment.
I don't know why. Do you think you're meeting someone important? Because I'm certainly not.
Sometimes a moment is more important, not for who you see it with, but the appreciation you give it.
I absolutely agree. Would you like to look at another moment about a moment of what might have been?
I believe you will show me something interesting. I bend to your will.
He says, look there. And as you turn and look, you are standing on the field again with your companions in the red caps and Bani opening the box. And you relive the entire episode of the Tane and the battle and Robin's death and Bjorn beheading it and Bani speaking to the old man who passes the ring of holly over him. And then with a blink, you're back at the fireside. He says there are many worlds, and that was one of them.
I don't recall this. Did this happen?
It did. And it didn't.
Are you an author of these worlds?
Hardly. I am merely a student of them. I have been adrift for millennium, and the worlds have become so out of balance that I move back and forth between the prime, the first world, beyond, into the place of thought islands that you referred to. I have been adrift, and yet I am always anchored to where the sword is. I don't wield it. It's not mine to wield. But I cannot escape it, and I cannot understand why I drift the way that I do. But I know that the worlds are in flux, and they are too close together. You are taking steps to put things back in balance.
The queens have assured me that there is a way to unknit our worlds and perhaps release you from this stasis.
It's quite possible. Which queen do you speak of? There are so many.
Both the queen of the Seelie and Unseelie court have spoken and rendered their opinion on our future. And both of them gave us a vision where we might unravel our two worlds?
Unravel is the correct word. You could very easily unravel it, and as you saw in the woods, you almost did. The balance would have been so tipped in the wrong direction that I came forward and approached your friend. But everything is about free will. When I asked him if he wanted a second chance, and if he had said no, or if he had spurned me, then what you saw would have been, and much, much worse. The thing that you carry in that box is a destroyer of worlds.
We have been cautioned many times, do not open the box.
And you had the blade in the right moment with one who was stout of heart enough to use it. But if the Tane had decided to take wing and fly to another country, would you have chased after it across the continents with this sword, hoping to catch sight of it before it could lay waste to mankind? That is not balance. That is a diabolical fairy wish. But you've taken steps to separate the worlds. You are quite nearly there. You've defeated Maddock. He will not return. It will be difficult for you to understand, but each time you dealt him a blow with cold iron, he will be confined to his world for 100 years and
That's
will
good
not be
enough.
able to return to this one. He must go back to his consort and be happy with whatever lot in life waits for him.
We have defeated her champion. We have unseated her consort.
You have.
There was a third action to our quest, which I can't bring myself in good faith to follow through on. But is this required for us to release the shackles?
I require nothing. Free will. There are entities on your world that are not beholden to the Seelie or Unseelie court. I saw you slay one at the bridge with your automobile. What a fascinating conveyance, but so fragile.
Indeed.
That being may answer to the court if it wishes or may not. There are more like it in your world, as there were in my world long ago, and they will always be there.
The family that occupies the manor house on this land adjacent to your realm, they have been plagued by this overlapping construct for some time.
Indeed.
And my friend bid me come here and release her from this affliction. I feel I am close to delivering on that promise. What stands before me before I may fully act on that?
The queen will keep her word about the changeling. In fact, that has already taken place, and the child has been returned to her mother, the changeling called home. That was because you defeated her champion. The worlds are even now separating because you repelled Maddock's incursion into this world. What remains is the nymph who covets the eldest boy, the things that still live in the house through no fault of their own, and the creature that torments your friend. Although you were told that the creature would be called back, it is spiteful and will not until it has what it wants. The nymph the nymph is doing what nymphs do. But if your companion, your friend, whoever has fallen under her charm, if he is not rescued in some way, she will enslave him and take him under the hill. And then he will be beyond anyone's reach. And you cannot return under the hill. None of you. You've been there once. That is all.
To release him from this binding, is there a way in the mortal world to do so?
There is. It may be distasteful to you. Are you feeling quite well?
It's not my best day, but it's not my worst.
Have some more tea.
Reach for the cup, sip some more.
It's full again. You're still feeling that wondrous feeling, and as you drain the cup, you are back to your full hit points. You're also back to fully charged spells.
What day is it?
What day was it when you left?
I don't remember.
I suffer from the same problem.
Well,
Perhaps if you are able to complete your quests, you'll find some peace. But the worlds, as I said, are separating. So whether you carry out these last two tasks or not, the things that have plagued this estate, this land, will lessen and quiet and diminish. There will still be traces of it. This is the land of enchantment, but it will not be what it was. And the beings in the house are the dark beings, are there through no fault of their own.
I thank you for your kindness. The tea was delicious. I fear my friends would worry if I lingered much longer in your presence.
What will you do with the sword?
In our world, it is a legend. It is epic. In my friend's hands, it is devastating, but we need not take it with us from this island.
He is not the bearer.
Yes, if the stories be true, he is less than worthy. Though,
But he was worthy enough, and that is worth praise.
agreed.
Will you return it to the mortals?
It will go back to the mantle place where it was stored. Is that agreeable?
As I said, there is another option.
What do you mean?
Find still water.
I'm not in a fairy tale, am I?
He
These are
smiles.
stories from
With
books.
all you have seen, you still ask that question?
I know magic is real. I wield it. But the stories are so far-fetched.
He reaches over and he pats your hand and says, "Dear heart, where do you think the stories come from?"
You are a kind soul, and I wish you well in your travels. And if anything we've done here releases you from your terminal spiral, great
I
to
believe
you.
it will. And if you do find still water, perhaps I'll be a traveler once again. And we may meet another time when I'm much younger, of course.
It's good to see you in the flesh and not just on the pages.
I wish you and your companions well. Beware the woods at night. The things your little fairy friend told you are very accurate.
Fare thee well, fictional friend. Return towards the entrance.
make your way back through the ring of trees, back to the little tunnel, crawl through it, and crawl out of the gopher hole into the shocked embrace of your friends.
Robin, Bani, Bjorn.
Yeah, why? What were you doing down in the hole?
I enjoyed a cup of tea with a character of legend. You familiar with the wizard Merlin?
Oh yeah, he is a child of Odin.
He has
Has
asked
many
that
names.
we not only return the sword to its place of keeping in the mansion, but to go one step further and find placid water and deliver it back to the Lady of the Lake, so that he may be unbound from his eternal traveling.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wait. So we just toss it in the. I don't know if the colonel will go for that, but we could.
It was lost
Pitch.
in the battle. I mean, he doesn't need to know that we threw it.
We have
Ah.
released this manor house from a great malady. I think the
Chaotic
path
good.
of a sword would be the right price to pay to return this estate to a normal material world.
I would prefer to give it to the colonel to throw into the lake and see for himself.
I agree that he should be enlisted in this action and that he make the final choice.
He didn't see any of this other than just the two goblins.
It does not
No,
matter.
one?
He knows that stuff is overlapping. He had a comprehension of that there was some unrest going on.
And if he refuses?
It is on his estate. It is not for us to interfere.
It is his property. Even if it is something of legend and something that just fell into his lap, it is. I can't take that. I won't. I mean, I'm looking at Bjorn. I won't allow that to be held without their permission.
He chuckles.
With it
You
over
always
his
think
shoulder.
of jokes, Benny.
Thanks for softening the guy up.
I'm just
for me.
picturing it over Bjorn's shoulder. Oh yeah, like you have choice.
We have a long walk back, gentlemen. I suppose we should get started soon.
You couldn't do that travel thing again, could you?
I couldn't take anyone with me, and I wouldn't leave you here alone.
That's fair.
Is there anything that we need at the truck? I know that there was some food that they had packed for us, right?
You're looking for a picnic at this hour?
I just want. I'm ravenous. It has been a night.
Robin puts an arm through. Robin puts an arm through Blanca's arm and this way.
Yes, so we moved Yellow Brick Road style back towards where we came.
There are four of us. I guess he's the Tin Man.
We
know what-
travel back through the dark woods, following the roads.
Yeah, we're staying in the middle of the road, but
Keep your
headless
flashlights
giant-
on. He warned of the darkness.
I
The
got.
giant is still there.
I don't have any magical light to speak of, so
You mean the headless giant? Or
Well, no,
Headless
it's-
giant
Yeah.
is
it's-
still there.
the big pool of blood around it.
Bjorn holds up the greatsword, which sheds a 60-foot radius of blue-white.
Oh,
well, that's convenient.
Yeah, he's like a big flashlight.
that cuts things like badly.
It weighs like a butter knife.
I
It's
could even use that.
magnificent. Even Bani could use it. You
I
couldn't
could-
hit anything with it, but then you couldn't hit the side of a barn if you were standing inside one. But
Bjorn, be nice. Try.
Shut up, Robin.
wonderful.
I know
You
how
make
this
your way
goes.
through the forest. You start hearing something that you have not heard since you got to the estate, and that's night insects. You're starting to hear the chirruping again, the crickets, which has been very absent since you arrived. Nothing bothers you on your way back. There are no red eyes peering at you, no fairy lights, nothing unusual. Even the night noises you hear in the brush, you can tell are just small woodland creatures, maybe a deer. You make your way back to that bridge where you
Yeah.
see that the Annis corpse has drifted out from underneath the bridge a little bit and gotten wedged on some rocks. And
Shudder
from
a
the
little.
bridge, you'll be walking past the cemetery. The lantern is no longer standing on a slab. Just looks like a cemetery at night. You can see the manor house up on the hill. It's probably about 3 in the morning by the time you make it back to the gardens and the tennis court. Only a couple lights are still on in the house.
I'm going to turn towards Blanca and say, so does this mean we're done?
I mean, do we have to take care of the nymph?
If we want to end the engagement, yes, I think we should go meet with Lyle and sever that tie.
Can you disenchant him in some way?
If I could have enchanted him, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yes,
That's the
That's
thing.
been
that's true.
accomplished a long time ago.
That's true. We'll make you 2 years older.
No, she can't disenchant him. She can't even make Vikings fly.
Yarn.
Yeah. When are you going to learn to do that?
Wait, that was another reality.
It's intruding on this reality.
I am a shield maiden. I am not a Valkyrie. I will not carry you to Odin's arms.
But some more
Ooh.
combat experience and you will rise to the level of a Valkyrie.
I know this is a capability which I could have. I have not found the library which contains that spell yet.
But you will. And when you become a Valkyrie, he holds up the sword. This is a Valkyrie's weapon. It is not right for a Viking.
Well,
Yeah,
you did take enough heads with it.
You're going to miss it, though. I
It
tell
was
you.
Friends,
Quite enjoyable, but there's nothing like a good solid axe.
the moment that we shared against Maddock and the Redcaps was only one version of that encounter. Merlin showed me another, one where we opened the box.
We
Who
opened the
opened
box? Who would do
He
that?
looks right at Bani.
Everyone looks at Bani.
Oh, I really thought about it. I thought that's what Blanca wanted, but I thought better of it and I put it away.
We prevailed in that scenario, but at the loss of a dear friend.
Oh, well, I know I
And he
always go
died?
first.
You would have wept for a very long time over my death.
I don't know. I think
Reach out, take Robin's hand by the pinky with my pinky. The future we have now is the right future. The one without you would have been a sad one.
She squeezes, looking at you with comprehension.
Bani did the right thing.
Thank you.
But we still have this box.
it's you're going to have to tell us what came out of the box and maybe we can use it later.
We've been told what's in there already. In your hearts, you know what's inside.
Well,
It's
no.
Of worlds. It is the Jabberwocky.
Ah,
Oh, so Lewis Carroll wasn't completely nuts.
somehow he had a vision of.
He was more likely a witness than an insane man. But maybe he was given a chance to recant as well and save the world as we were. Bani.
I pull out the box and I hand it to Blanca.
Strangely, it's not in the pouch that you put it in.
Oh shit!
Do I have it on me at all?
Nope.
What are you doing? What?
I-
You lose it?
I don't know where it is.
You
Check-
lost the world-ending box?
I would have known. I would have
I'm not
known.
going back to look for it. I'm hungry and tired. walking through the woods looking for your box.
Could Merlin have taken it? I mean,
It doesn't matter. Keep your flashlights out. Let's get back to the matter.
we don't need that. We've got his sword.
I don't have a sinking feeling, but I don't have a
Arthur-
good feeling.
Can you illuminate the trail at least?
Arthur.
Ooh, Arthur. Look at you, Bjorn. You've graduated.
I am not part of that legend. I am part of my own legend.
You are
That's
a legend.
The truth. That's the truth.
Bjorn the Magnificent. Already they are telling songs and stories about me. I am certain of it.
Did that sword dim by half a measure?
I think I don't know. I think he's just
Compared
holding it.
to my prowess, perhaps.
You don't understand Gaelic, so let me explain Le Mort d'Arthur, what it means.
You know, it's a much more interesting story in its original goodness.
In its original goodness.
Yes. I believe they were the ones who were vanquished by him, so they would have a better accounting.
That's true.
Oh my.
What was that, 6 heads?
Removed from Icenian soil by the great sword of Excalibur.
Yeah.
Now they cling to the shores of their Clovian masters. I only say this because Bjorn is away at the...
Yeah, exactly.
Bjorn on deck. I am kind of curious where that box is now. I mean, if you're saying it's as bad as it was, but we
World ending.
did slay it. It was slain.
Yes, the sword was equal to the moment.
Sword.
And Bjorn wielding it did end its potential reign of terror.
That
But
is.
the price for it was very high.
I look over at Robin and I said, "Oh, okay."
You still owe me rent this month.
What?
Oh, that's why she's keeping you alive. I see how this goes.
Again, I cook.
Oh, Robin, how much do you make? We make the same. Actually, I make a little.
Just stop again. Points to Blanca. Lap of luxury, complete inheritance of all of this. There's no comparison.
What do you mean? How much does she make? You mean we're supposed to be paid for this?
Never mind.
I don't know.
Vacation,
For the
friends.
glory, not the gold.
This was vacation. You know what? Tomorrow we are going to wait. So, do we need to do anything else? You said the nymph.
Lyle needs to be preserved from some eternal damnation. And of course, he should be casting his gaze on somebody far more worthy.
Who might?
Who was present?
I don't. Who's?
You're going to be leaving
I want to give him free choice. Not
while
leave him in
charming
the-
him.
I don't want him to be in the thrall of some otherworld creature. He should be free to select me as his
You know
Robin
what?
just shakes her
love
head.
interest.
You would be.
Place your own enchantment on him, Shield Maiden.
Oh, against a fairy. That would be
No.
entertaining.
I hate to say it, Blanca. You know that you would be so bored. You would be utterly bored.
How much better is he really than Martin? I mean, Martin is really
what are you
boring.
Robin? Please.
What? No, I'm agreeing with you. How much more interesting would he be really
that's
than Martin?
okay. I didn't know how your stance on Martin. That's why I just wanted to double check
This is a
that.
conversation that's going on as you
As we
walk through
move
gardens
towards the back, yes.
into the house. You